Off grid, Starry Hilder. Today, no solar, no electricity, no oven, no propane. We're out in our Dutch oven area and I am doing an awesome recipe with garden spoils, and Mr. Hilder's throwing in a little bacon. But look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? We have our shucked peas and zucchini and yellow squash and a big red onion and fresh pepper, and I mean, you can't go wrong with any of that, right? And sweet potato! Oh, and I gotta cut these up. I just picked these from the garden too. Look at this freak. It looks like a little carrot man. But truly, this is what we do during the summertime so that we don't use any propane, hardly any propane. We don't even have to use the sun. We just love our Dutch oven cooking. What we end up doing is spending money that we shouldn't, because what is self-sustainability all about? It's about growing your own food, foraging, going to the neighbors and bartering and picking from their trees, their fruit trees if you don't have any, and really just living that life. So we love it. We love it. But this is a great recipe. And as you can see, zucchini, yellow squash tonight, sweet potato or yams, as you call it. I got some of my little yellow banana peppers in there too. I've got, and my green peppers are just beautiful. I shucked a couple peas. Everything is going in there. And then what I did is I threw some coconut oil. Gotta have the coconut oil. And then we're just gonna let that cook up. Now, right now I'm using my Dutch oven as a saute. Gonna get this up, saute everything, and then I'm gonna cover it up and I'm gonna put the coals on top. I'm gonna have about 12 on the bottom and I'm gonna have about 12 on the top. And within 15-20 minutes, this veggie meal is going to be ready, rocking and rolling. Oh, and I did say veggie, but Mr. Hilder, as you saw, put a little bit of bacon in there, and he likes the bacon to add to the flavoring. I mean, come on, Dutch oven cooking and that bacon flavor, but you don't have to do the bacon. You can make it strictly vegan or vegetarian. Oh, and you know what I forgot to mention? I got cucumbers in there. I've got all different cucumbers in my garden right now, and I just throw them in. It is looking so good. And I'm loving my new cook center that Mr. Hilder helped me put up. He was very patient. And I've got my canner, and we just got everything in here. My source of water. And this is the best part. I can share all of this with you friends. I've got people who, they'll tell me stories like, I sit in the office all day, and when I click on your channel, you're always smiling, you're always happy, and you're outdoors, and that makes me happy. And that makes me happy too. It really does. So there we go. The Dutch oven's got its coals on the top. And in 15 minutes, if you're doing this recipe, you're going to have, an awesome meal tonight. And Mr. Hilder's joining me. He's joining. See there, he's joining. Oh, he's got a Bud Light tonight. He's got a Bud Light. What's up with the Bud Light? Usually you have like an angry ale or a Mad Dog root beer.
I already had one.
Oh, he's mixing his alcohol. He's mixing his alcohol tonight. We're gonna sit right here, relax, and watch the Dutch oven. See, this is what you do when you live off grid.
I like this.
I know, isn't this nice?
Cuts that sun angle, but you still got the view.
I know. We got an outstanding view here. Look at that. Not bad. And we've had fires up in British Columbia, and our view has been a little clouded lately. So no fires here, knock on wood. We've been pretty blessed. And here's a little Starry nursing advice as we're sitting by the Dutch oven. I do a lot of diabetic teaching. That's kind of my forte. a real strong diabetic background. A meal like this, it's all free. The only thing that has any carbs in it is peas. Peas, and if you put carrots in it, maybe would add 15, 20 carbs, not a lot. So a meal like this essentially is carb free. Then if you add, say what Mr. Hilder is adding, chicken. Chicken's free. Chicken has 0 carbs. So now we've just created a Dutch oven recipe with your protein and your veggies that basically doesn't have any carbs. You know, when you are looking at eating a supper, usually between 60 to 70 carbs is what a diabetic should aim for in a meal. And that's dependent on their weight and, you know, what their sugars are running. But the average diabetic who's healthy and has really good blood sugar control, you know, 60 to 70 carbs is supper for them. This is a freebie. And that's the thing, when I try to cook for me and Mr. Hilder, and people have said, oh, but you guys are so healthy and so skinny, you don't have to worry. Well, we still have to worry. We have to worry about our health. Everybody has to worry about the health. No matter what weight you are, you have to worry about your health. I have a background of diabetes in my family, and heart disease, and hypertension, and stroke. My husband, he has obesity in his family, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else in his family. That's just about it. But, you know, it concerns us all the time. We think about our health, and that's why we are so active, and we try to stay a healthy weight, and we eat like we do. You know, it's all about not just sustaining ourselves off the grid, but sustaining our bodies so that we can live this life as healthful as possible. Otherwise, what's the point? And yes, you know, Mr. Hilder is having maple cured baked beans, and there's a lot of carb in that. But you know what? He can have that because, number one, there's no other carbs in this meal. So him sitting down and having a cup to 2 cups of baked beans tonight, it's fine. If you are diabetic, you probably wouldn't want to go with the baked beans. This took 20 minutes, and it looks outstanding. And Mr. Hilder, look at that. He's really going all out. We're going to be eating out here, and we even have a little table now. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this Dutch oven recipe, off-grid, no electricity, no propane, just pure Dutch oven. God bless. And start eating healthy. It tastes really good.